President Bongbong Marcos issues an executive order creating a special committee on issues hounding the LGBTQ plus community. The New People's Army announces a two-day ceasefire to mark the 55th anniversary of the Communist Party of the Philippines. And thousands of people flock to theme parks and other holiday destinations for an early Christmas getaway. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I am Mon Gualvez. We begin the newscast. President Bongbong Marcos has created a special committee on LGBTQ plus affairs. In his Executive Order number 51, Marcos cited the need to reinforce the Diversity and Inclusion Program and reconstitute its interagency committee to ensure the country's compliance with International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. The special panel is tasked to strengthen mechanisms against LGBTQ plus discrimination and provide community members avenue to take part in the government's policy formulation. The committee will have a chairperson and 3 members, all appointed by the president from members of reputable organizations representing the LGBTQ plus community. Marcos signed EO 51 on Friday. The Philippines and Japan are looking to approve the Reciprocal Access Agreement or RAA in the first quarter of 2024. This was confirmed by Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro on 1PH sa Totoo Lang. Teodoro said that the Philippine government has already received a counter draft from Japan on the agreement, which will be returned to Tokyo with final comments. The DND is expecting both nations to sign the agreement by first quarter next year and ratified by each country's legislature soon after. The RAA is seen to set the guidelines for joint training and exercises between the two countries as well as boost maritime cooperation amid tensions in the South China Sea.
So, as soon as possible, batay sa pag-uusap ng dalawang heads of state, si President Marcos at si Prime Minister Kishida, binibigyan nila ng absolute priority ito. Kaya kami ay magre-responde sa draft as soon as possible upang sa ganon ma-resolve na yung mga outstanding issues.
So, once po, sir, na nalagdaan ito, para ba siyang visiting forces agreement na yung
Eksakto. Eksakto. Oo. Iba lang ang pangalan.
In the same program, Teodoro says exploratory talks with communist rebels have yet to progress following the government and the National Democratic Front's deal to end armed conflict. The Defense Secretary maintained that there will be no holiday truce and that military operations continue. He also previously said that any formal transition in making peace with the CPP, NPA, NDF needs to be legislated.
There are no developments as far as we are concerned at tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang operations ng AFP at other law enforcement agencies, ang NTF, LCAC, and the PNP. Plus, there are no conditions that are to be imposed upon us. No? But from these exploratory talks, I have not heard anything.
Meanwhile, the Communist Party of the Philippines has declared a 2-day ceasefire to celebrate their 55th anniversary. The ceasefire is effective starting 12:01 a.m. on Monday, December 25 to 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, December 26. The CCP says the move would allow them to conduct assemblies, meetings, and gatherings for the celebration, among others. It adds that New People Army's guerrilla offensives can resume immediately at 12:01 a.m. on December 27. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. Families flock to holiday hotspots a day before Christmas Eve. For more details, we have Justine Punsalang reporting to us live from Tagaytay. Justine, kumusta dyan?
Mon, if you are looking for a pre-Christmas getaway, well, Tagaytay, Sky Ranch Tagaytay is just 2 hours away from the metro. This amusement park has it all. It has the cool temperature, it has the beautiful view, and of course, rides for all ages. People from all over are coming to Sky Ranch Tagaytay for an early Christmas celebration. Some even came from as far as Camarines Sur. Meanwhile, some residents from Laguna prefer this over the amusement park in their area. They said the travel time was certainly worth the fun and enjoyment they are having here. Among the main attractions of Sky Ranch Tagaytay is their iconic Sky Eye, which is the tallest Ferris wheel in the country. It also gives a panoramic view of Tagaytay and the Taal volcano. Many also flocked the Super Viking, an extreme ride in the park. Riders said that the experience was scary but also exhilarating. Meanwhile, a newly opened Galaxy Arcade is the new highlight of the 5-hectare park. But if games and rides aren't your thing, Sky Ranch also has their walkway called The Ridge that offers a view of the Taal Lake and is a great spot for selfies. Pets are also allowed to roam around the park so long as they are wearing their pet diapers and remain on leash. There are food stalls, restaurants, and street food strip here as well. Mon, the Sky Ranch management said that they're expecting a peak of 10,000 to 15,000 visitors today and on Christmas Day. For those who are planning to come here, the amusement park is open until 12 midnight. However, for Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve, they will be cutting hours and will close down at 8 p.m. But visitors can expect fireworks display at 7 p.m. Mon?
Thank you. That was Justine Punsalang reporting to us live from Tagaytay in Cavite. Only 1 in 3 Filipinos expect a more prosperous holiday celebrations this year. That's according to a Pulse Asia survey taken earlier this month. The survey revealed that only 30% of respondents are eager for the holidays. This is down from last year's 43%. Meanwhile, more than half of those surveyed said they expect no changes in this year's celebrations compared to last year. There's also been an increase in the number of people anticipating a poorer holiday season, with the figure rising from 6% in 2022 to 13% this year. Despite these expectations, there's a prevailing optimism for the upcoming year. An overwhelming 92% of Filipinos expressed their intent to embrace the new year with hope, while only 1% of respondents are not hopeful about 2024. And a not-so-Merry Christmas for motorists, as a big-time oil price hike looms next week. UniOil projects that diesel would become more expensive by up to 1 peso and 60 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices are likewise seen to increase by as much as 1 peso and 50 cents per liter. Final adjustments will be announced on Monday, which will take effect the next day. Oil price movements have so far resulted in a year-to-date net increase of nearly 4 pesos per liter for diesel and 11 pesos for gasoline. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again tomorrow as we monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Mon Gualvez. We are One News.